Hello there and welcome. Today, we are diving into something that, let's be honest, probably affects every single one of us. How to reclaim our focus in a world that seems designed to steal it. Let's get right into it.
Does this question just hit you right where you live? You get to the end of the day, you're totally wiped out. Your brain is just static. But when you try to think back on what you actually did, it's all a blur. You feel like you ran a marathon but never left the starting line. Well, that feeling, this constant digital noise you see swirling around, it actually has a name.
It's called fragmented productivity, and it's basically the default mode in our always-on culture. Our attention isn't just divided. It's shattered into a million tiny pieces by an endless waterfall of notifications, emails, and messages. For so many of us, this isn't just a now and then thing. It's every single day.
And if you're feeling this, you are so not alone. A huge 60% of people feel completely overwhelmed by all these digital interruptions. The goal here isn't to throw our phones in the river. It's about learning how to be the one in control.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, first, we have to play doctor. We need to diagnose the problem. Before you can plug a leak, you have to find out where the water's coming from. And all this chaos, these notifications, think of them as tiny digital leaks, slowly draining away your focus. Now let's talk about a really key idea here, the context-switching tax. You know what I'm talking about. It's that hidden mental price you pay every single time you tell yourself you're just going to take a quick peek at a message or switch apps for just a second. Spoiler alert, it's never free.
In fact, you might want to sit down for this. Studies have shown it takes an average of 23 minutes to get back to that deep, productive focus after you've been interrupted. Just let that sink in. A couple of quick glances an hour means you are literally never operating at your best. Ever.
So here's a little challenge for you. Try this digital leak audit. For just 1 hour, be brutally honest with yourself. Make a little mark on a piece of paper every single time you switch what you're doing or check a notification you didn't need to. I promise you, the results are almost always a massive shock to the system. I had a buddy, a software developer, who was sure he was an amazing multitasker. He did this 27. He switched tasks 27 times in 1 hour. He realized he wasn't multitasking, he was just fragmenting.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. It's time to become an architect of your own focus environment. And it all starts with clearing away that digital noise, just like this, and intentionally designing a space that invites deep work. You can almost feel the difference as the light changes, can't you? The calm starts to set in.
And you know, there's real science to back this up. Researchers at Stanford actually found that a cluttered digital desktop, icons everywhere, drains your brain power in the exact same way a messy physical desk does. But a clean, minimalist space, it actually helps your brain process information better and boosts your focus.
So how do we get there? It's simpler than you think. These are some tactics you can do like right now. Stop the 50 browser tab madness. Drag those distracting apps into a folder so you don't see them. Pick a wallpaper that's calming, not chaotic. And the big one, turn off all those pop-ups and alerts that you really don't need. Oh, this one is an absolute game changer. Batching. Instead of living in your inbox and reacting to every single message the second it lands, you take back control. You decide on specific times to deal with communication, say 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Outside of those windows, the inbox is closed. You're free to do actual work. Now, these tools and tricks are fantastic, but to really make this stick, we have to think a little bigger. We need to build sustainable digital boundaries. We have to start treating our focus like what it is, our most precious and most limited resource. And here's the real reason this matters so much. It's not just about productivity charts. Psychiatrist Edward Hallowell talks about how we're losing the human moment, that real, authentic connection that happens when we're truly present with another person. When we set these boundaries, we're not just getting more work done, we're making room for what actually matters. So what do these boundaries actually look like? Well, here are 3 to get you started. First, a physical one, a phone-free desk. When it's time for deep work, the phone goes somewhere else. Simple. Second, the human element. Just tell people, let your team know, hey, from 1 to 3, I'm going dark to focus. And third, my favorite, the digital sunset. Pick a time every evening when all work devices are turned off. Period.
Which brings us right to the heart of all of this, the power of being intentional. You can see our whole environment here is shifting into that digital sunset. This isn't about some massive, painful life overhaul. It's about making small, conscious choices that, over time, add up to huge results.
And if you're wondering if it's really worth it,
Well, the numbers don't lie. Research actually suggests that cutting your screen time by just 30% could boost your productivity by up to 50%. I mean, think about that. That is an incredible return on investment for your attention.
The most important thing to remember here is that this is a skill. It's like learning an instrument. You don't become a master overnight. So please, don't try to do everything all at once. Just start small. Pick one thing we've talked about, just one, and commit to trying it for this week.
Reclaiming your focus isn't some far-off dream. It begins with a single, simple choice. So the only question left is, which boundary are you going to set today?